In early 2019, Abbas was involved in one of his biggest schemes that plunged a popular island holiday destination into chaos. It all began in January 2019 when Abbas received a message from his biggest co-conspirator, Ghaleb Alaumary, a flamboyant money launderer from Mississauga, Ontario, who also held dual citizenship with the United States. Alaumary, who went by G Backwood and Big Boss online, had been helping to cash out BEC scams, or business email compromise, for years, including swindling a Canadian university out of $10 million in 2017.
An Alberta university is out millions of dollars due to online fraud. Fake emails convinced university staff to transfer nearly $12 million to an account they thought belonged to a vendor.
Over the course of the summer, MacEwan University in Edmonton got a series of very legitimate-looking emails from a vendor saying, hey, we're changing our bank account, send money now to this bank account. So the school sent a total of $11.8 million over the month of August. The university only discovered the bad news last Wednesday when the vendor called and said, hey, where's our money? We haven't been paid. Most of the money, about $11.4 million, was sent to two separate bank accounts in Montreal and Hong Kong. The funds have now been frozen. Police are investigating, and the university is using legal means to try to get the money back.
Communicating via Snapchat, Alaumary, or Big Boss, told Abbas he needed a pair of bank accounts in Europe, each able to receive 5 million euros without attracting attention. Big Boss emphasized that he and his associates needed this done by February 12th. Allegedly, his associates were none other than North Korean hackers who needed Alaumary to move the proceeds around the world as quick as possible. It is unknown if Alaumary or Abbas actually knew who their anonymous collaborators really were. Abbas soon replied with details for a Romanian bank account he said could handle large amounts. The payouts, it turned out, would be coming from the Bank of Valletta plc in Malta, a commercial and investment bank with offices around Europe. Ironically, this same bank had been compromised months before in an ambitious BEC-style scam. Hackers had first broken into the French stock exchange regulator, Autorité des marchés financiers. Then, posing as French regulators, they'd sent phishing emails to the Bank of Valletta. When an employee took the bait and clicked, the attackers were granted access to the bank's secure payment systems, where they prepared to send out a series of undetected payouts. On the 1st of February, Big Boss messaged Abbas again. He needed 4 bank accounts that could each accommodate millions of euros before the February 12th deadline. 6 days later, Big Boss messaged him again, wanting 6 accounts, emphasizing the urgency that the accounts be ready by the 12th. The following day, he offered Abbas the opportunity to deliver one more bank account. Abbas obliged by sending back details of yet another account, this time from one in Bulgaria. On the day of the heist, Big Boss messaged Abbas to inform him that only one of the wires had gone through, 500,000 euros to the Romanian bank account, masked as a payment from Tipico, an online sports betting company based in Malta. The heist had gone undetected, spurring the hackers to try another wire transfer again from the same account. However, by the following morning, the heist had been detected, even making the local news in Malta. The Bank of Valletta had discovered that the hackers had withdrawn almost 13 million euros from the bank. They quickly shut down their entire electronic system and began working on ways to retrieve the money, ultimately recovering 10 million euros. Abigail Memo, chief executive of the Maltese Chamber of Small and Medium Enterprises, said the heist plunged the holiday island into chaos. Shopping trolleys filled with all sorts of groceries were left abandoned at checkout stations as shoppers were unable to use their credit cards or withdraw cash to pay for their items.
It is still unclear how much Abbas and Alaumary actually made from these transactions, considering their only role was to launder the money from the Bank of Valletta for their anonymous hacker clients.
On February 14th, while the small island was still in the midst of recovery, Abbas posted a photo of himself on his popular Instagram page leaning against his $160,000 luxury car with palm trees in the background with the caption, "Bought myself a new Bentley Bentayga for Valentine's, the best way to celebrate the season of love."